Relationship problems are a universal concept, but keeping true love in Hollywood is a different beast. No celebrity wants to be the one sitting at home while their significant other lands on every magazine cover. Let's break down the celebs who got dumped by their partners after their fame faded. Before Demi met Ashton Kutcher in 2003, she was an established, extremely famous movie star, and he was a young actor best known for playing hot idiots. Soon after falling for one another, both actors' careers were red hot. Moore dropped Jaws and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle by rocking impressive muscles, and the That 70s Show actor became the host of MTV's popular prank show Punk'd. The smitten stars married in 2005, and their union seemed like a happy one, with Moore's daughter gushing about Kutcher being a really great stepfather. Over the next few years, Kutcher scored lead roles in multiple hit movies, and would eventually become one of the highest-paid actors in showbiz. However, Moore's career quickly stalled. Sadly, things didn't work out for the power couple. Moore released a separation statement in 2011, and the divorce was finalized 2 years later. In her 2019 memoir, Inside Out, the Ghost actor detailed the ups and downs of the relationship, which included a tragic miscarriage and Moore's persistent substance abuse issues. Ultimately, the marriage crumbled due to Kutcher's alleged infidelity. Of course, it's impossible to know if Kutcher's increased fame affected the couple's dynamic or played a role in their split, but he had undoubtedly become the bigger star by the end of the relationship. If Chris Pratt hadn't lost that adorable baby fat, would he and Anna Faris still be together? Pratt got chiseled, so we'll never know. What we do know is that when they met in 2007, Faris was a popular actor with roles in several hit movies, while Pratt had appeared on a few television shows, but wasn't yet a household name. That was about to change.
Butter is my favorite food.
After their 2009 wedding, Faris continued to work consistently, and Pratt became well known for his roles as Andy Dwyer on Parks and Recreation. In 2013, Pratt shocked the public when he posted a pic while filming the MCU's Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, he was ripped. Fans couldn't get over Pratt's stunning transformation, and his popularity only increased in 2015 when he appeared in Jurassic World. However, when Pratt co-starred with Jennifer Lawrence in 2016's Passengers, their flirty dynamic during the press tour fueled rumors of an affair. Pratt's exponential rise in fame and cheating rumors may have taken a toll on this once blissful marriage, as he and Faris announced their separation in 2017. Pratt married author Katherine Schwarzenegger, Faris got engaged to cinematographer Michael Barrett, and the amicable exes have continued to co-parent their son, Jack. Heartbreaker isn't the first adjective that comes to mind when thinking of wholesome, dimpled actor Jennifer Garner, but Scott Foley may privately disagree. InStyle reports that Garner met fellow actor Foley when she guest starred on the television series Felicity in 1998, and the couple wed 2 years later. At the time, Garner was a virtually unknown actress, but Foley was a genuine celebrity due to the massive popularity of the show. That changed when Garner appeared on television screens as Sydney Bristow, a sexy, butt-kicking double agent on the hit show Alias. After Alias premiered in 2001, Garner was cast in Daredevil opposite Hollywood superstar Ben Affleck. By the spring of 2003, her marriage to Foley was over, and Garner went on to briefly date her Alias co-star Michael Vartan before eventually marrying Affleck. Garner shared similar thoughts and once mused that she and Foley were simply victims of Hollywood. Before Katie Holmes and Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise was deeply in love with fellow Scientologist Mimi Rogers. By the time the two actors met in 1985, Rogers had worked steadily in Hollywood, but Cruise was in high demand after appearing in films like The Outsiders and Risky Business. 1 year into dating, Cruise's star power only grew after Top Gun and The Color of Money. And in 1987, the couple held a small private wedding ceremony per people. During their 3-year marriage, the pair maintained a drama-free, low profile. Rogers told the Chicago Tribune in 1988 that, despite Cruise's fame, they had managed to stay out of the tabloids. The relationship seemed rock solid. Reports varied on why the couple suddenly split after 5 years together, with rumors swirling that Cruise left Rogers for his Days of Thunder co-star Kidman. However, the author of Tom Cruise Unauthorized, Wensley Clarkson, had a different theory, and later told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "I think he outgrew her." Before becoming a huge celebrity, expert lip biter Kristen Stewart was just a teenager in love with her boyfriend. Stewart, 13 at the time, met then 15-year-old actor Michael Angarano while filming Speak in 2004. Angarano had more acting credits to his name than his then-girlfriend, but Stewart's world was to change dramatically when she was cast as Bella Swan in the 2008 worldwide phenomenon known as Twilight. Fans of the franchise noticed that Stewart and co-star Robert Pattinson had crazy chemistry on and off screen. Despite the growing rumors, the Adventureland actor denied any romance possibilities to E! In early 2009, and added that Angarano wasn't bothered by the gossip. That same year, Stewart told Nylon that, while the rumors were totally false, she and Pattinson did share a special bond. As Twilight mania grew to a fever pitch, the pair's close relationship turned romantic, and the couple dated until 2012. Earlier that same year, Twilight director Catherine Hardwicke confirmed to Vulture that while Stewart and Angarano were a great couple, Stewart eventually broke things off to pursue a relationship with Pattinson. Unfortunately, it seems as though the former pairing didn't stand a chance against the crazy level of fame that brought Stewart and Pattinson together. Zayn Malik and Perrie Edwards were once the stuff of teenage dreams. The then 18-year-old pop singers met on The X Factor back in 2011. Edwards was a member of the group Little Mix, and Malik performed on the show that year with One Direction. By the following spring, Edwards was the envy of obsessed 1D fans when pictures emerged showing the pair kissing and adorably riding a scooter together. Things just got cuter after the scooter date. From 2012 to 2014, the pair adopted a puppy together, Malik got his lady's face inked on his arm, and the lovebirds became engaged. Meanwhile, Malik's fame skyrocketed as One Direction became one of the most popular boy bands of all time. Everything seemed to be peachy until 2015, when Malik shocked fans by announcing that he was leaving the band to become a solo artist, and media outlets began reporting that he had also left Edwards. Rumors even swirled that Malik callously dumped his fiancée via text message. Yikes. Malik stayed mum about the split until telling Fader magazine that November that the text message rumor was false, but Edwards called his bluff in the Little Mix book Our World, claiming that the experience was horrible. Some fans wondered if Malik's alleged ego was to blame for his breakups with both One Direction and Edwards. Reese Witherspoon has a pretty famous meet-cute story. The scene was her 21st birthday party, and Ryan Phillippe's appearance made Witherspoon's heart skip a beat. The couple married a few years later in 1999, had 2 children together, and were married for 7 years. Throughout the relationship, both actors admitted that their marriage wasn't perfect and required work per people. Career-wise, Phillippe worked steadily, but Witherspoon became the bigger celebrity after appearing in popular movies like Legally Blonde, Sweet Home Alabama, and Walk the Line. When Witherspoon accepted the Oscar in 2006, she thanked her wonderful husband, but by that October, the couple had announced their separation.
So you're breaking up with me because I'm too blonde?
Witherspoon and Phillippe never explicitly stated the reason for the divorce, but rumors swirled that Phillippe had cheated on his wife with his co-star Abby Cornish. Phillippe denied cheating, and the exes appeared to stay on good terms. While some have wondered if Witherspoon's enormous fame put a strain on the marriage, Phillippe simply told Larry King in 2015, "I think it can create issues with 2 people in this industry, because there's so much noise that goes along with it." The 2006 film Step Up launched the careers of dancer-actors Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan. It also marked the beginning of the couple's romance, and they wed 3 years later. After the wedding, Tatum was clearly on cloud 9, telling people that their relationship was perfect. Although they kept their personal lives fairly private, both actors gushed about one another in interviews throughout their marriage, and soon welcomed their daughter, Everly. After the success of Step Up, Dewan booked smaller roles in TV and film, but failed to reach leading lady status. Tatum, on the other hand, became Hollywood's new it guy, after starring in The Vow, 21 Jump Street, and Magic Mike. By 2018, the couple seemed to be going strong, but in hindsight, Dewan's statement to Health could have been a case of subconscious foreshadowing. As she told the magazine, "When people say you guys have such a perfect life, I want to scream. We have days where we don't really like each other." The pair announced their separation later that year. Neither party came forward with specific reasons for the split, but Dewan later wrote in her wellness book, Gracefully You, How to Live Your Best Life Every Day, that the couple's quote dynamic had moved into hurting. But at least one anonymous source alleged to Page 6 that Tatum's celebrity status was an issue in the marriage, claiming she is troubled by his success, and they were fighting a lot. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.